So here we go. 3, 2, 1, ding. Hello and welcome to Test Gear Tuesday. Today we are going to look at my Fluke 54200 MO1. This is a TV signal generator, and well, it does generate TV signals, and pretty self-explanatory there. We're going to take a peek at it and open it up and look at the guts, see what makes her tick. I just picked this up a few days ago. I don't have any real-world use with it as of yet. I've just spent the last couple of days dorking with it and learning the ropes. I do have the owner's manual on this device. However, I'm having a hard time finding the service manual. And this is where I need your help. If by chance you know where I could get a service manual either for free or for a fee, please let me know. I would definitely like to get one. I do have a eBay search on it, but not sure how long that will take. This device comes to us from the year of about 1996 through 1998. I'm not sure exactly when my model was manufactured. They did make different other, let me rephrase that, they made several flavors of this device, not only in this production run, but also in the years and the previous years prior. The years prior and the years after, they made several different flavors of it. I'm not sure how long the line lasted. This device is designed for standard def television 4x3. It'll also work with 16:9. It works with composite, works with component. This works with PAL, works with NTSC, CCAM, and just about anything else you could think of. This works with, as far as older television systems are concerned. However, and I have not proven this thesis just yet because I haven't ordered another device for it, this requires BNC connections, and that's for the RF out as well as composite and component. For the European market, it uses SCARTs. This also transmits in stereo or mono. As you see right now, I have it in BTSC stereo, which is a newer rendition of stereo. It incorporates data, stuff like that. First, let me say this. I am not a television technician in any way, shape, or form. And this machine will probably be wasted on me completely. But for the few little cheesy things I want to do, it will definitely allow me to do this. I spent some time thumbing through the 386-page PDF that you can find online for this for free. I thumbed through it up until my eyeballs gave out, so maybe halfway through. And I learned a lot just by reading the documentation on it. I found that not only does it offer these pretty SMPTE barcodes and patterns and signals and all that good stuff, but there's a reason behind all of that. There is a science, there is a madness, and that I did not know. I did know that this was to help you adjust your colors and make sure your television or camera is set to optimum levels. But I didn't realize that a lot of this actually had to do with running tests on the device, shoving, voltages and currents through it to see a pass or fail, and just by looking at these patterns, you'll be able to tell whether or not, or what section of your TV, VCR, or video camera has a problem. And that's something I forgot to mention. Not only does this support working on televisions, it also works on VCRs and video cameras. Now, I have the lighting in here a little dark because the monitor, my field monitor was blown out in the camera, so I've adjusted things so that my field monitor is not blown out, but because of such, this device here is a little dark. I was kind of hoping that I would get the monitor close so I could bump in and you could see everything, but this is really about as good as I can get it. If need be, I can bump into this, but hopefully you're watching this on a big enough monitor or TV that you could see things. Now I'm going to turn this off. We're going to lose display. And then we're going to turn this on. And this has a problem. Two problems, but I think they're one and the same. When you power it on and it goes through its post-test, self-test, it's going through checking everything out for you. And here's the error message right here. So you hit any button and you blow that off. We're going to go into support and we're going to go to system info. Well, I don't actually have to. We can see right here we have the date and time, the calendar. And with cameras, this tells me when the camera was manufactured. So I'm going to take it for this one until I know otherwise. This here was made in 1996, so an early version of it. When I set the date and time and power the device off, it does not remember the clock. Now when you bring this up for the first time in this status without it remembering things, we automatically go straight to TV channel 14. And to change this for your area, you click on standard and you see here we're automatically into PAL. To change that, we've got no country highlighted. You come down here and click edit, and then you select your country, your predefined country. It's okay to leave it on no country, then you can go through and modify things as you need. Not all settings do you get a chance to modify, unfortunately. But we're going to go ahead and select USA since we are in USA. And that automatically puts us into our region, which is NTSC. Okay. 525 lines at 60 hertz. And I do apologize. I have to use my finger as a pointer because I forgot to grab a stick or something. Not sure exactly what group delay is. Residual carrier, we can control that. I believe that it's just a high power, low power kind of device. This enter button here is kind of goofy because you want to always hit the enter button to change it. But as you notice, the enter button acts as a exit button or a backspace button or whatever. Except for in one category, and we'll show you that in a little bit. This here is our audio. And because of our region, it only gives us a few options at this moment. So we'll go ahead and select BTSC, which is digital audio. And then we come down here and we can okay, guess we can't change mono from here, but that's okay. And then we hit the enter button to exit. We can go over here into video and we could change our video, I believe, by this button here. Yeah. And to tell you the truth, I have not a clue what this does. You would think it'd change the intensity of the video on your screen, but I have not seen that happen. We could change our internal or external source, along with BNC and SCART and Okay, well, that just terminated my side monitor. There we go, got it back. This here changes our aspect ratio, 4:3 or 6:9. And I'm not sure what video polarity does. I've tried it and it doesn't seem to do anything. And then we can go in here and we could change our sound. We could hit edit. And it brings us back to that menu we had earlier. Then we can scroll down here and change this to stereo or test, some predefined test. We'll go ahead and do that. And now I think we can change, oops, see what I mean? How that goofs you up? Oh, stupido. Always hit your edit button, not your enter button. Okay, I thought it gave me something different, but it didn't. We could change our modulation. Oh, here we go. This is .300 kilohertz tone. And what's kind of weird is channel 2, which is your right channel, does not give you that option. And that's even defined in the book as that. I haven't read other countries, so I'm not sure if it does work in other domains. You could change the SC frequency is your sound carrier frequency, and the SC level is your sound carrier level, and you can change that. And then we'll come over here into digital. And what this does, it actually does closed captioning on your television, so it'll test that out for you. And here is where the enter button actually works as an enter button. It's the only place I've found that actually works as an enter button. But I'm going to turn that off. And now exit button. And we already seen what support does. My particular unit has all options installed. There you can change the date and time. I'm not going to waste my time at this moment. You can remote control this device either by GPIB or RS-232. I like to control it by none. because I'm not going to sit here and control it except for up here. And down here we have the power on-off. This is a hard switch. And then in the book they refer to these as your soft keys. These buttons are not soft. They are hard plastic. But the physical button on the inside is a soft button. These are marked F1 through F5. Mine, you could tell, have been used, and the lettering, silk screening has came off. And since we're not using the monitor right now, I thought I'd bring up the lights just a little bit so we could take a peek here at these controls. We have these up and down arrows, control some of the features on the screen. We have PAL, NTS, CCAM, our internal, external. I'm sorry, I'm at an odd positioning here. So this is our standard. This here is labeled video, so we have internal, external video. We could turn our video on and off, and then we have our Chrome on and off, our mono, dual SAP, and stereo. This is our sound, and then internal input for internal or external input for our sound, and then we could turn off our left channel and our right channel with these hard buttons instead of going through the menus. And down here we have our frequency, level, store, and recall. This thing, since I do have all the features in this, I do have an RF signal generator. This covers, I believe, from 32 megahertz all the way up to 990 megahertz. We could change our RF level. We could store and recall memories. It has 99 memories. And as you see, we have nomenclatures, not nomenclatures, our alphabet on the buttons. And to tell you the truth, I have no idea where you're going to use that at. I thought maybe you could do custom CC closed caption texting, but that's not true. So I'm really not sure where that is used at. Same is true with this plus and minus. Over here we have our different patterns that we could use. And I believe the book said 500 patterns that you could do. I don't know. I haven't seen 500, but I haven't sat and counted all of them. There is a lot. And some of them you could do together. And we have dedicated for VCR, color temp, all kinds of neat and groovy things. By the way, this video is probably going to be lengthy. And we got this control here, this output jack to the rear. I have a matching one in the rear. It says to the front. Have not a clue what it does. The book does not mention it. I mean, it mentions it, but it don't say what it does. We have our video in, video out, and RF out. With the video in, video out, you can run your VCR and video cameras into it, and then I think shoot it back out on a monitor for some kind of magic ninja stuff. I have no idea just yet. Testing quality of the video, I don't really know. And now let's go ahead and run through some of these buttons right here so we could see our pattern. Now this is connected component. This is connected via component. Apologize for my wrist and my hand and my arm and hitting the microphone. I'm almost kind of laying back here in my chair so I can get an angle of the display here. So it's really not all that conducive for me in my angle. So, and then I've got 4 remote controls here. This one right here, they're pretty self-explanatory, these buttons. But now for some dumb reason, oh, okay. I have this in external video mode. There, now it should work. There we go. Oops, let me adjust my lighting. Alright, well, that's the best we're going to do. So you can see here, we could run these together. Now, you're seeing this pattern right here. What this is telling us is that we've got this set up in a 16 by 9 mode. If we change that to a 4 by 3, you'll see that those outer circles will disappear. Now, don't pay attention to my circle being an oval. Find the right control for that. I have the monitor set up into a 16 by 9 format. And if I change that into, 4 by 3, we have a perfectly good circle. However, for demonstrations forthwith, I'm going to keep it in full screen mode. So now we can get rid of that remote control. And we'll go ahead and put this back in 16 by 9. And let's go ahead and run through some of these controls. The top 4 controls, well, let me rephrase that. Some of these controls you cannot do multiple things. The majority of them you can. And the way how you access the sub-menu on them is you just push and hold in the button, and then it'll come up with a sub-menu, and you select what you want, and there you go. No idea why I did that. Alright, so you get the point on that one. Now this control here, the control you have over is you could adjust the intensity of white on this, and so I just set it to 7.5. And let me just go ahead and bump up a few. Let's go to 40. And you'll notice that the screen on that will start getting a little brighter. There's 65. And then on up to 100. And you have increments of 5. Now this purity is kind of cool too. If you want to check for a specific color, say white, yellow, cyan, green, red, magenta, pure blue, and then black. Off. This plug, not sure exactly what that does anymore. I read it in the book. Not much I could tell you. And then we got our color bars. This one says color temp. However, you're not changing the actual temperature of the screen. I think this said it was more to test VCRs. And you're testing to see bleed over from one color to the other. Now, I could be wrong about VCRs. It could be for anything. I really don't know. I don't remember. This one's for VCR. Maybe I got my controls mixed up. Anything's possible. Like I said, I am not a TV repair person as of yet. Keep bumping my microphone. Let me move it. Well, I didn't think I was going to go through all these patterns, but I guess I did, didn't I? There's a few more there. I'm just going to bypass. Now, this EHT test, this next test, if you're very sensitive to strobing light, do not watch this section of the video. Wait about 15 seconds and then come back. Alright, so here we go. And then here's the next option for those that missed the strobing light that we had on that button. So you can see this is a very cool piece of gear. Even if you're not a television repair person, this would come in handy for other things. You know, testing out your monitor, calibrating them, getting the color all configured properly. You know, just getting the monitor itself configured properly. As well as if you're working on them on the YouTube and you need a video picture and you don't want to get flagged, well, this right here would be perfect to do just that. This device is probably, what was it? It's 16 inches long, 12 and a quarter inches wide, and I think it was something like 7 inches deep. Let's go ahead and turn this all off, clean up the mess, come right back. Let's go ahead and flip it over, check out her rear, and take her tops off. Here we're looking at the bottom. That's pretty obvious because we're looking at 4 feet. And this is really neat, really nice. It's got to be the best feet I've ever seen, you know. You don't have the wire, you don't have no big floppy handle to mess with. These feet are really super cool. You just lift them up and put them down. Pretty awesome. And while we're here, we got a nice big hole here for a, what would you say, 6x9 subwoofer speaker, 18,000 watts of nothing but pure treble. I'm sure I'm making this up. These right here are rubber, and that's hard plastic. Good solid feet. Device weighs 30 pounds maybe. And that's what the top looks like. And on that side, we have a nice cool handle. Here we have an awesome wide shot. And I think as far as wide shots go, you couldn't get any better than this. This is pretty amazing. What you see here is a lot of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. We have our GPIB and our RS-232. These are for remote controlling the device. You can do one or the other, but you cannot do both. And I think that this is done through a terminal program. Any terminal program. The manual gives some samples and also samples of how to write up some cheesy programs to make things automated. All kinds of neat and groovy stuff. Those of you in the European market will recognize these. These are your SCARTs. Here in America, we don't use those. However, once in a while, I do come across some European equipment, and I do have a couple of pieces here in my collection as it is now. One of them being a video camera, so I will pick up cables if I need them, and because I'm not sure if these are universal. If not, then I'll get these and make it work. What we have over here, this whole gingle of stuff here, we have our RGB out, our YCR CB out, our composite line and filled, so this is our sync out. This here is a cap on a service port. We have our audio left and right input. We have our audio left and right output, and then we have a S connector. Here we have our mains in And I think this is a fuse or something to do with the fuse. Something to do with the fuse, I'm sure. And then we have our sticker down here that tells us all the options that are installed in this device. And other things. Let me bump you in because I know you're a freak about stuff like that and you want to see. And there you go. Hopefully you could see that until you don't want to see it anymore. And of course I forgot we do have a little fan right there. And then we got that section there. And I think we've covered pretty much all of the rear. I do want to say though, if you are looking for one of these and you do select the 54-200, make sure you get the M01 flavor. That just comes with more options that the other one does not. More default options. And then these are all the numbers of all the factory installation options. There we go. I knew I'd think of it eventually. And we got some little fake feet right here. Just a little bump out. Let me go ahead and take the cover off. I'll bring you back in. When we do that, we will probably be jello cam. So be prepared for that. Okay, have this all disassembled. Note to whoever's going to open this up. You're going to have 3 Phillips head screws on the lid. And then the rest of the screws, and you're going to have to take off the feet. Side handle is going to take a T-size bit. Also want to state that the handle, those screws, are very, very shallow. And they have washers on them, everything, and very easy to lose. Alright, so everything's undone. I haven't opened this up just yet, so let's do that now. Well, for a lid, looks good. Alright, everything is compartmentalized. Let me try to get some light. So we got what looks like a standard computer power supply right there. And we see everything is in cages, modules. So I'm going to say finding the battery might not be easy. But then again, I think I found it right there. Trying to get my lighting proper. So, looks like we got some more plugins right down there. It's all copper sheeting there. Feels like. No, it's malleable, so not copper. However, that one we got a big old hole there, and that is for our audio in, so we might have a problem with that. That's mobile. It says 31-08-06 UIT 896. Interesting. I noticed this piece of plastic here says CPU on it, so I wasn't sure if maybe it was identifying the pieces and parts as we were going, and it does not. Let me remove that so I could remove this and see if that's where our battery lives. Have the brace pulled off of here. Has some double back tape, rubber, it's stuck. Got to pry it off there, and sitting there minding my own business doing that, and look over here and I think, oh my goodness, if that was a snake it would have bit me. But we have these little tags right here that tell us exactly what we have. So this here is the CPU. This here is labeled MEM and EN. This one right here is labeled IRS, CCAM, RGB, teletext, NICAM, audio, and sound RF. Now these feel like they just come out of here like a computer card. I'm sure it's better if I let me put the Jello cam down. Alright, be best to do this two-handed. Perfect. Alrighty, so yeah, I'm gonna say that's a button battery. So, get some rags over here. And 8,000 fingers. My goodness. They meant for that to stay on. You know, sometimes these things could be a pain in the backside to put back on. Yes, apologize, you can't see me. All I'm doing is trying to pry these up. Alright, so I got it to move a little bit here. careful about bending that could be a problem. Nice and shiny mirror. And it's a Renta 2030. A little bit of rust spots on it. Let me grab the handheld camera. That's interesting, huh? Let's go ahead and peruse the rest of this while we're here. That was sanded down good. I'm going to use the camera here as a magnifying glass. See if I could find a date. That's not working out too well for me. 1958 it says. Nah. Not seeing any date codes on those. Okay. If you see it, holler out. Right there, 06. No, that would make sense. Remember, 1996 is what we're looking for, something in the 90s. Let's get that wet, see if we could... Nope. Got that ground down pretty good. Okay, very cool. Let me go grab another, what was it, 2032? Hopefully something not rusty or icky. And we'll put it in there. And then that would be swell if that did indeed fix the two problems. Oh, we got a couple little LEDs right there. Didn't even notice that. There's going to be some kind of test indicator. As you can see it from here. Alright, be back. Okay, I have another button cell battery. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Okay, so that one looks good. Let's grab this one here and pop it out. We already know it's dead. Let's go ahead and try it anyway. Well, 1 volt, but who knows what kind of current drain that'll have and how quickly it will die. Cool. We'll be looking forward now to seeing if that gets rid of both issues. Now here's the fun part. This is why it's really important not to bend this up. Get it all contorted. Very cool. Let's pull the C-cam card out. And this will be our last one, then we'll put it together and see what happens. Alright, so we have a bunch of Actel chips in here. And again, I'm not seeing any dates. Let me get the Jello cam. Well, that was fun and exciting. Don't ask me what they do. They do something exciting, I'm sure. Okay, let's go ahead and put the lid back on that. We'll piece the device together and we will test it out and put an end to this long-winded video. Have it all put back together, as you can see, and I have to say that that is no fluke. Ha ha ha. Okay, so moment of truth. We got it plugged into mains, and let's mash this button and see what happens. Error message, no error message. Okay, we'll buy that for the first time around. Let's go ahead and set the clock. And we're just going to throw anything in there. So let's go 20. Let's go with 9. We're gonna party like it's 1999. You know, let me change the month while I'm there. What the heck? 3, 5, whatever button that was I pushed, and 2. And then we'll do the clock. Doggone it. See what I mean? You keep hitting that enter button, thinking it's what you want. Let's go 1900. It's not what time it is, but just to get it off the default values. Okay. Let's go ahead and power down. And hope that that battery was indeed good. Not sure how old it is. Alright, let's power it back on. Hey, cool. No more error message. And our date and time stayed. Ah, stupid. El stupido. Very cool. Okay, well, that will conclude this video. For those that hung around this long, I do appreciate it, and hope you enjoyed. At this point in time, I would definitely recommend one of these machines if you're looking into it and you're going to get a good price. I got a fantastic price. There are people out there trying to sell these for like $1,000. Don't. Take your time, troll like I did. It took me about a year, but I got it. Alright, now I will clean this up and stab it into place and look forward to using it when I am able to. One thing about this also, and I do apologize and I'll let you go right after this. This device does not have TV numbers. Everything is done by frequency. In the book, it does give you a frequency chart for your country. Alright, that will do it. Take care. Hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun for me. Hope it was fun for you. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching another Test Gear Tuesday.